As the ancient Egyptian god of mummification and the afterlife, Anubis has captured the imagination of countless artists, writers, and filmmakers over the years. From the silver screen to the virtual world, Anubis has emerged as one of the most captivating and awe-inspiring figures in popular culture. His iconic jackal-headed appearance and mysterious role in the afterlife have inspired countless creators to feature him in their works, from the epic 1994 film Stargate to the blockbuster video game Assassin's Creed Origins. In this video, we'll take a closer look at Anubis and explore some of the most interesting and unique depictions of this ancient deity in movies, TV shows, and more. So, whether you're a fan of mythology or simply curious about the enduring appeal of Anubis, you won't want to miss this. And as always, if you enjoy our content, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating videos like this one. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get started. Anubis reigns supreme as one of the oldest and most fascinating gods of the land. Known as Inpu, Inpua, and Anpu, Anubis is the deity of mummification, the guardian of tombs, and the guide to the afterlife. But that's not all. Anubis is also the patron god of lost souls and the helpless, making him a truly unique figure in Egyptian mythology. With his jackal-like appearance and mysterious powers, Anubis continues to captivate and intrigue people around the world to this day. Anubis was originally known as Anpu or Inpu in ancient Egyptian, which translates to decay in English. He had several titles other than First of the Westerners, including Lord of the Sacred Land, referring to the desert region where the burial grounds were located, He who was upon his sacred mountain, referring to the cliffs where jackals and wild dogs gathered, Ruler of the 9 bows, representing Egypt's traditional enemies, the dog who swallows millions, signifying his role as a god of death, master of secrets, denoting his knowledge of the afterlife, he who is in the place of embalming, acknowledging his involvement in the mummification process, and foremost of the divine booth, emphasizing his presence in the embalming booth and burial chamber. Anubis was depicted on royal tombs from the first dynasty of Egypt, which suggests that he was already a revered deity even before this period. It is believed that his cult following was established earlier, possibly during the pre-dynastic period in Egypt. The reason for this could be attributed to the wild dogs and jackals that used to dig up newly buried corpses, as the Egyptians believed that a powerful canine god would be the ideal protector against such animals. Anubis was often depicted as a black canine or a jackal-dog hybrid with pointed ears. Or sometimes he even took on the form of a muscular man with the head of a jackal. Now, that's a unique look. Interestingly, the color black was chosen specifically to symbolize the decay of the body, as well as the fertile soil of the Nile River Valley, which represented regeneration and life. Anubis was revered for being a powerful protector of the dead, making sure they received their due rites in burial and even standing by them in the afterlife to help with their resurrection. Talk about a loyal friend. All in all, he played a crucial role in ensuring that the deceased were granted proper burial rites and protection in the afterlife. With his unwavering dedication, he guided them towards eternal life beyond the mortal realm. Pretty neat, huh? First of the Westerners, this meant that he was the king of the dead, and Westerners was just another word for souls who had departed for the afterlife, which was thought to be in the direction of sunset. In this role, Anubis was known for being all about justice and ensuring that everything was fair and equal for the souls who had passed on. One of the most popular images of Anubis is him as a man holding golden scales. These scales were used to weigh the heart of the soul against the white feather of truth. Anubis's daughter, Quebet, was also a key player in the afterlife. She would bring cool water to the souls of the dead in the Hall of Truth and provide comfort to those who had just arrived. However, Anubis was incorporated into the Osiris myth by altering his parentage and backstory to make him the son of Osiris and Nephthys, who abandoned him at birth out of fear of Set finding out about their affair. Isis discovered and adopted Anubis, and Set eventually killed Osiris, in part due to his anger over the affair. Anubis then became known as Osiris's protector and right-hand man, responsible for guarding the god's body after death, overseeing mummification, and assisting in the judgment of souls. Anubis was often called upon for protection and revenge, particularly in enforcing curses or defending against them. This is evidenced by amulets, tomb paintings, and written works from the time. Anubis was a popular deity in ancient Egyptian art and was often depicted in various forms. As early as the First Dynasty, he was portrayed treating the corpse of a king, overseeing mummification and funerary rituals, and standing alongside other gods during the weighing of the heart ceremony. His most recognizable image is that of a man with the head of a jackal, holding a golden scale while weighing a soul's heart against Mot's white feather. Have you seen this before? Even though Anubis is believed to have been a deity in ancient Egypt, his image continues to be popular in modern-day entertainment. In fact, he can be found in numerous books, movies, and video games. Let's talk about some cool video games that feature Anubis. First up, there's Anubis 2, which is a fun action game from 2005 where you play as Anubis himself on a quest to lift the curse of the pharaohs. Then, there's the Book of Dead, a slot game named after the ancient Egyptian funerary texts that feature Anubis in the Giza pyramids. Anubis has also been featured in other video games, both as a character and as an element of the game's mythology. For example, in the popular game series Assassin's Creed, Anubis appears as a legendary outfit that the player can unlock and wear for the game's protagonist. In Final Fantasy X, Anubis is a boss that the player must defeat in a temple. In the game Age of Mythology, Anubis is one of the gods that the player can worship and obtain powers from. Anubis has also made appearances in other games such as Smite, God of War, and Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation. His role in these games varies from a boss to a playable character, showcasing his versatility as a pop culture icon. Lastly, there's Persona 5, a role-playing game that's part of the wider Megami Tensei franchise. You play as Joker and form a group of secret vigilantes called the Phantom Thieves of Hearts. Along the way, you encounter Anubis, and if you manage to defeat him, you get a Makua skill card that can be useful for the rest of your journey. Pretty cool, huh? Have you seen the movie The Mummy Returns? It features Anubis in a prominent role. In the movie, the Scorpion King makes a deal with Anubis to provide him with an army of jackal warriors in exchange for his soul. The Scorpion King plans to use the army for revenge against those who killed his own soldiers. However, things take a turn for the worse when the Anubis army devastates Egypt and Anubis claims the Scorpion King's soul and his army. He has also appeared in movies such as Gods of Egypt 2016, The Pyramid 2014, and Blood of the Mummy 2019. In Gods of Egypt, Anubis is depicted as a towering figure with the head of a jackal, overseeing the underworld and weighing the hearts of the deceased. In The Pyramid, a group of archaeologists discover a previously undiscovered pyramid in Egypt and encounter a cursed statue of Anubis that comes to life and hunts them down. In Blood of the Mummy, a group of archaeologists awaken the mummified remains of an ancient Egyptian queen and must battle her loyal army of Anubis warriors. Overall, Anubis has been a popular and versatile character in movies, often serving as a symbol of death and the afterlife. Throughout history, Anubis has remained an intriguing and captivating figure in Egyptian mythology. From his early association with death to his role as a guide for the deceased, Anubis has continued to fascinate people all around the world. His depictions in popular culture, including movies, TV shows, and video games, have cemented his place as an iconic figure in modern times. Whether you're interested in ancient mythology or just enjoy a good story, Anubis is a figure worth exploring. So, have you ever encountered Anubis in popular culture? What is your favorite portrayal of this ancient deity? Let's continue to learn more about Anubis and other fascinating figures from history.